I also absolutely love, love, love these curtain bangs it has. All these extra features here on the light version just make this one extra amazing. So let me show you what a light cap is going to look like. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and today's your lucky day because here with me I have 4 wigs from Jon Renau's light cap collection, which is very exciting. But before I jump into showing you guys all of them, I'm going to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can learn even more about alternative hair. Okay, you guys, like I said, I have 4 of Jon Renau's synthetic, I should clarify that, 4 of Jon Renau's synthetic light cap wigs here with me today. Now, if you're new to the wig world and new to the brand Jon Renau and new to these light caps, then let me just briefly explain what I mean. Jon Renau is, of course, a wig brand, and they make a lot of really beautiful styles that I absolutely adore. And now what Jon Renau has done is they have taken several of their really popular styles and they've upgraded their caps. So they still have the original styles that they created, but they also offer them in a light cap. So they offer 5 of their synthetic styles in a light cap, and they offer 3 of their human hairstyles in a light cap. Now, when they upgraded these caps, they did a few things. So let me show you what a light cap is going to look like. So this is going to be the same for all of the wigs I'm showing you today. So first I'll show you the cap, and then I'm just going to rotate through all of the wigs that I have. So on these light caps, you're going to find they have a full monofilament top. So that's really great because it allows you to part it anywhere you want on top. So you could be a center part, a left part, a right part, any part in the whole entire world, you can have it. They also have not only just a temple to temple lace front, they have on these light caps created a full ear to ear lace front. So it wraps around the ear tabs on both sides, which gives you the most realistic illusion of growth right from your hairline. And it allows you to pull your hair off your face and even give you a realistic ear tuck if you want. They have also on these light caps added these polyurethane ear tabs. Now these are really great because they give you the option to add adhesive here, which makes it a lot easier to do on these ear tabs as opposed to a standard velvet ear tab. So these not only allow you to add adhesive more easily, if you choose not to add adhesive, it just also sticks a little bit better to your head, which is really nice and great for that extra security. Also on these light caps, you're gonna find these really comfortable 100% hand-tied stretch caps. They are so lightweight, so comfy, and they give the fiber and the hair a really natural movement when you're wearing it. Also what they've done, they've just added so much to these caps. They have given you a silicone strip at your nape, again for added security to help it not ride up as much potentially if you are someone who has a wig that rides up. And also it allows you to add adhesive here at your nape really easily without having to add it to your velvet there. Really great for added security. Plus, of course, we have these Velcro adjusters where you can adjust the circumference of your wig. This is what the light cap entails. And it is honestly the cap of all caps. It is the cap of your dreams. It is comfortable, lightweight, and just a really beautiful option. Something else that they have done to the wigs in general for their light collection is they have reduced the density. So when I say density, I mean how much hair is actually on the wig itself. So the density is a little bit lighter on these light cap wigs. So if you are someone who's looking for that lower profile, lower density look, then these light caps might be really great for you. All right, now that I've given you the lowdown on the actual cap itself, I'm gonna show you the wigs I have today. Now, like I said, Jon Renau took 5 of their popular synthetic styles and recreated them on these light caps. Today for you, I have Cameron Light, Julianne Light, Rachel Light, and Zara Light. The one synthetic one that I am missing, unfortunately, today is Miranda Light. Now, if you're a human hair girly and you are looking for these human hair light caps that Jon Renau has created, they have taken 3 of their human hairstyles and put them onto a light cap as well. So they have taken Blake, Sienna, and Carrie and put those onto light caps as well. But unfortunately, I do not have them to show you today. If you are interested in any of the wigs that I'm showing you, just remember that they are available on our websites at chiquel.com, chiquel.ca if you're in Canada, or chiquel.com.au you if you are in Australia. So feel free to go and check out all of these light options there. Okay, let's get into the one that's on my head right now, which is Cameron Light. I'm showing this in the color 8RH14, also known as Mousse Cake. And this is a really beautiful medium neutral brown color. And throughout it, you're gonna see this really natural blonde, almost a cool blonde highlight that's just nicely dusted throughout. So you'll notice that on these hand-tied caps, when you part it in certain ways, or if the wind blows, you're not gonna see through to any obvious wefting, of course, because it is a hand-tied cap. So it's gonna give you a little bit more of a natural appearance at anywhere on the cap that you part it, which is gonna be a really great feature to have to give you that realistic look. And these hand-tied caps also allow the fibers to move in a really natural way. So if you have an open wefted cap where the hair or fiber is machine sewn on into these rows, or also known as wefts, that hair or fiber can only really move in a side to side way. It has a harder time going up and just doesn't go all around easily. Whereas on these hand-tied caps, all of the fibers are individually hand tied onto this sort of mesh-like material, and it gives them the option to go a full circle. So in a full circular motion, just as your own hair would, that comes out of your head. So these hand-tied caps are honestly the best of the best. Not only do they look realistic in their movement, they also feel really comfortable on. If you are someone with a sensitive scalp, then you might find that a hand-tied cap is a really great option for you. Okay, let's take a closer look at the style here. So we do have some layers here. It's just a really nice layered mid-length bob. There is a little bit of structure to it, of course. It kind of curves in a little bit, and it is just a really standard style that so many people adore. And of course, this is gonna be a lighter density than the original Cameron. So the original Cameron is gonna have a very similar style, of course. It's pretty much the same, but the original Cameron is gonna be a bit higher density. It's not gonna have the full ear-to-ear lace. It's not gonna have the silicone ear tabs, but the original Cameron will have a full monofilament top. It will have a temple to temple lace front, and it will have a hand-tied cap. But all of these extra features here on the light version just make this one extra amazing. So here's what it looks like when you pull it off of your face. One thing I will mention about these light caps, and it's the same for all of them, is that the lace front runs a little bit long. So you will see here, kind of where my finger is, that is where the lace front ends. You are able to cut this back quite a bit if you wanted to. I do have a video on here that shows how to cut your lace front, and specifically I am cutting one of the light caps. So if you're like, oh gosh, this lace is a little too long, it's a little too visible for me, then go ahead and watch my video on cutting that lace, and it will help you perhaps feel a little bit more comfortable and confident while wearing your Jon Renau light cap wig. I find that Cameron Light is just your perfect everyday style. It doesn't feel too done up. There's not too much going on with the style. It's just a really easy to wear style. And also it's generally gonna sit above your shoulders, which means that there's not gonna be as much rubbing and friction on your shoulders, which means that there's not gonna be as much frizz happening at the ends. So it's just overall gonna be a bit easier to maintain with less frizz and less tangling. Let me take off Cameron Light, and I'm gonna show you guys the next one, which is Julianne Light. So Julianne Light here, I'm showing you in the color FS27, also known as Strawberry Syrup. Strawberry Syrup is going to be a really nice sort of medium reddish brown color. And then throughout it, you're gonna have a lot of these sort of golden blonde highlights. So let me do a spin for you. So this is what it's gonna look like right out of the box. I honestly just took this out of the box like 10 minutes before I did this. We still have the zigzag part here going on, but of course we have the full monofilament tops on all these caps that allow you to change the part and give you that realistic illusion of scalp. I know that looking at Julianne Light, it probably looks like a lot of hair. And I mean, you're not wrong. Even though this is a light cap and it is a lighter density than its original counterpart, Julianne, I wouldn't necessarily call this one a light density wig. I would say it's a light to medium density, and it's gonna feel like it has more hair than you might want it to because of these curls. And these curls are just gonna make it feel a little bit bigger. So if you are someone who is used to having hair loss, used to not having a lot of hair, you may find that Julianne Light is still a little bit too much hair for you. But let me show you this lace front on her as well. All these lace fronts are gonna be pretty much identical. You are gonna see the lace here, how it's a little bit long as well. Like I said, that's gonna be the same on all of them. And one thing I do find is that the lace around the ear tabs sometimes can lift a little bit, but like I was mentioning before, these silicone ear tabs are really great for adding adhesive to. So you could add a little bit of glue or even tape would be nice, and to stick it right at your temple to help it stay put so it's not quite lifting as much. Okay, next I'm gonna show you Rachel Light. Now I have Rachel Light here in the color Shaded Peach. The color code for that is 30A27S. And I will show it next to FS27 Strawberry Syrup. You're gonna find, I feel like it's kind of hard to tell in this light, but Shaded Peach is gonna have a little bit more red to it, and Strawberry Syrup is gonna have a little bit more pronounced golden highlighting throughout it. So although they are similar, you're gonna find a little bit more blonde and chunky highlighting in Strawberry Syrup than you are in Shaded Peach, which is going to be a little bit more of a deeper auburn tone with some rooting to it. Okay, let me get Rachel Light on. And you know what? Rachel Light might just be my favorite one of the light caps. And I think it's because of the subtle beachy waves that it has going on. And I also absolutely love, love, love these curtain bangs it has. Whenever I have a wig that has these curtain bangs or face framing layers, I find they are perfect for updos. They just create a really dainty, feminine look around the face, and they just really help shape your face a little bit. So Rachel Light is my pick for an updo wig if you are looking for a light cap that can give you updos as well. I just love it. Let me do a little spin for you. Now, just know that Rachel Light that I'm showing you today, this is my own personal one. I have worn this several times, so this is not straight out of the box. However, that being said, it's holding up really well. I haven't worn it a ton, but I have worn it, but it still looks really good. And I will show you here that I have trimmed this lace front so it's not as visible. And I did use pinking shears on this. So I find that pinking shears helps that lace really melt into your skin so you don't have a straight line. It's a zigzag line because that's what pinking shears are. They're that zigzag scissor that people use for sewing. But that zigzag line really helps to melt the lace into your skin, I find. And like I said earlier, if you want better help with cutting your lace front, go and check out the video I made because it is actually me showing how I cut this exact wig right here. All right, last but not least, I have the beautiful Zara Light. Zara Light is like the long hair of your dreams. And I will also mention that Zara Light is my own personal one. I have also worn her a few times, but she's still in really great condition. But I think it's nice for you guys to see kind of how they hold up after several wears. I have not washed Zara Light or Rachel Light yet, so they're probably going on like 5 or 6 wears without a wash, and this is just what they're looking like now. So let me put this on for you. I have also cut the lace on Zara Light so that it does have that zigzag lace cut with the pinking shears, and it's pretty much non-existent. You can't see the line at all really from where that lace is. So I highly recommend This is in the color 12FS8, also known as shaded praline. I have actually done a video that dives a lot deeper into this color and how I compare it to 12FS12, which is a really similar color to this. But overall, this is a really nice neutral, leaning a bit golden blonde with platinum highlights. And then we do have that medium brown root going on as well. It's a really beautiful color, a really popular blonde color. So on Zara Light here, you are gonna find some layering going on. So you do have these shorter pieces in the front that blend really nicely into the rest of your wig. This is probably one of my favorite long synthetic pieces. And it will differ from the original Zara because it's not gonna have any permatease like the original Zara does. So this one is gonna lay a little bit more lower profile, and I find it just has a little bit more of a natural appearance to it than the original Zara. Well, let me give you a spin. All of these light wigs that I'm showing you today are made of just synthetic fibers. They are not heat-friendly synthetic. They are just plain synthetic. And one thing you may find with plain synthetics is that they tend to be a little bit shinier than heat-friendly synthetics. However, that being said, over time, as you wash and wear your synthetic wigs, the shine does dull down a little bit. And if you are extra concerned about that shine in your sort of day-to-day life, you can absolutely take some dry shampoo, spray it heavily all over the wig, and that's gonna mat it down a little bit. You can also take even some baby powder, sprinkle it in, sort of work it in there, brush it through, and that will also dull the shine as well. All right, you guys, that is it for my show and tell for you today. Like I mentioned earlier, if these are items that you are really interested in, then make sure you go and check them out on our website at chiquel.com, chiquel.ca if you're in Canada, or chiquel.com.au if you are in Australia. But that's all I have for you today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.